I am the Steelers, nigga. I am the Steelers. Yeah, I heard you. I am them. All right, let's go, man. Let's go. Get it. Man, drama, man. We live. PTSL AFC Championship. You know what I'm saying? Facing off with the Jets T-Bandit. Yeah. So, and this guy got some familiarity. We're going to see how fans.
It's time for the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are in a city that sure had its share of memorable playoff games in the past. Pittsburgh, PA at Heinz Field. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
The winner here gets a ticket to Tampa. The loser stays home, and we are underway in the AFC Championship game. Returnable here for Davis. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down, Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
First down, Jets.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Back to the air, Darnold on second down. He'll find Ballore out of the backfield. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He was a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Crowder now to return. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
2-yard line.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Darnold from the gun. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
3 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Carry for Le'Veon Bell. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. To To throw on second down is Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete.
Will Dissly, the intended receiver.
And it's third down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal.
Now Bell. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
From the 22, Roethlisberger looking deep here for Ebron. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And that will be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 45-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
54, right there, 54.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 38. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
A first down throw, Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. His throw incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And it's third down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They find some open field here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Jets' 37-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger to the right side to Eric Ebron. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out.
Black 20. 44. Easy. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Here we go. Black and 3rd.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. On first down, it's Samuels. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. And the intended receiver out of the backfield was Jalen Samuels. But now it'll be 3rd down.
8 yards to go.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Able to find Switzer. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Then he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Good. Makes the score Steelers 7, Jets 0. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Returnable here for Davis. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Darnold. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man. Complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Josh Bellamy, 76 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Switzer on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Roethlisberger. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, it was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Roethlisberger. Looking deep here for Ebron. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away.
And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Darnold down to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. A give to Bell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it. And that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
Darnold completes to Bell. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Cody Latimer, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Switzer on the return. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now it's Roethlisberger. Got an open man, it's Washington. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. AFC title game, second quarter action. 2 minutes to play. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, and he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll run again with Samuels on first down. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40.
Samuels, the ball carrier.
The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
They'll hand it off now to Samuels. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that one will fall incomplete.
Intended for
clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. They go draw play. This is Samuels. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Hey, tight down. There you go. 54's Mike.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And it's 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. James Washington in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Ryan Switzer on the return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On second down, Connor looking for space. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They needed a yard. They got it. First down.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Ball carrier.
It's Steve McClendon that time who winds up getting him down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Roethlisberger. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more.
Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. A gain of 3, 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the lot. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Now it's Darnold. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
New York.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Number 26.
Le'Veon Bell.
Touchdown.
There to make the grab. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And it's up and good.
That ties the game at 14. Aldrich Rosa set to kick.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Switzer now to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And it's a touchdown for the Jets.
New York.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And he puts it through.
Makes the score Jets 21, Steelers 14. Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Switzer now to return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
That's another.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And this is caught at the 8. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
2 more yards.
A good pickup there, 22. They'll run here with Connor. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Returnable here for Davis. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Jets.
1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Bell, and this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Ball carrier.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Darnold from the gun. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
First down, New York.
Met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the
run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. picked up by Steven Nelson. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He'll get that one complete to Connor. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He got 29 yards that time.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 more there and another first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 12-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger to the goal line, but it's incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Boswell's kick is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter. This possession, gigantic. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st down, Bell, and he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Here's the ex-Florida Gator, Michael Pirine. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Under 10, 10.
Now Bell hit. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more.
2nd and short now following the fumble.
Can't believe let you play.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
40-yard line. A gain of 7. First down, New York.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. T.J. Watt, always the disruptor, there to blow that play up.
44-yard line.
Darnold throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Darnold now to throw. He's going to let it fly. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
At the Steelers' 5-yard line.
Second and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. This will be a jet sweep to Crowder. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A pretty big play now in this AFC Championship, 3rd and goal.
55. Right there.
Here's Bell. And the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Rosa's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles? A crusher there as it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give to Bell. And a short gain down to about the 33.
26, Le'Veon Bell, the ball carrier. The tackle made by Mike Hilton. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Steelers' 33-yard line.
They said beginning of the year, they set a lofty goal, Charles, of getting to the Super Bowl. They fell one step short of that.
Oh, and that's going to hurt for a long time. That's going to be a big one for the offseason. Their goal now has to be not to wallow in it, but to use it as fuel for next year. Better offseason conditioning, great OTAs and minicamp. You know as well as I do, they'll have T-shirts in their lockers that say, unfinished business. They want to get back there and next time win it.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.